Grandmaster Gukesh is here putting his jacket on the chair. He played an incredible game in the second round against Gregory Oparin, and you can see he looks confident as he shakes hands with Quang Liem. Vietnam number one of the best speed players in the world of chess, Quang Liem, is now the coach of the Webster University. But whenever he plays chess, he's still super strong. Like for example, he recently played Vishy Anand in Lyon and managed to win that match comfortably. So clearly, Quang Liem is a world-class player, and Gukesh, after starting with a loss against Levon Aronian, came back strongly in the next game against Oparin, and now this is the third encounter. He's adjusting all his pieces. It's going to be very exciting with Black, how he manages to do against Liem. Liem is very solid, known for his positional style of play, but also is quite universal in nature. The players are ready. 25 minutes plus 10 seconds increment, a handshake here, and off we go. Liem opens the game with 1d4, knight comes out to f6, and now pawn to c4. e6 played here by Gukesh, knight comes out to f3, and he goes h6, a slightly unconventional move, stopping bishop g5 ideas, also asking white what he will do. He plays like the Catalan setup with g3, and Gukesh gives a check, bishop d2, and now comes back to e7. The bishop comes to g2, and Black pushes his pawn to d5. Now we are in Catalan territory with just the inclusion of this move h6, and I'm not so sure if it is very helpful for Black or not, but it's not a bad move. Queen c2, Gukesh goes for the closed Catalan setup. He likes these positions a lot because here you can try to build up something slowly and steadily. He goes knight to d7. Yes, the problem piece is this bishop on c8. Bishop goes to f4, and now pawn to a5, pushing the pawn on the queen side, trying to gain space. He goes pawn to a3. And now the question is, should Gukesh go a4? He plays it. He pushes his pawn to a4, clamping down these two pawns. But Liem is like, hey Gukesh, how are you going to defend your pawn on a4? It's hanging, right? Well, Gukesh brings his queen to a5 to defend it. And Liem now jumps into the center with knight to e5. Gukesh has some decisions to make. The best move is to take here. But it's very combative in nature, because white will take back with the pawn. If you take with the bishop, it isn't particularly dangerous. So pawn takes, and Liem does it. Knight jumps to d7. And now takes the pawn. Now important to take back with the e pawn, and he finds it, because if you took back with the c pawn, e4 was very strong. But now after ed, e4 you can take, and somehow this structure of pawns on c6 and b7 is more important than a pawn being on e6. So deep understanding shown there by Gukesh. He understands these positions quite well. Goes pawn to e4 here. You can take the pawn. It's not a bad idea. But Gukesh is probing here. He goes bishop g4. If f3, he'll come back and the bishop on g2 is closed. So it's not a very happy move, this move f3. He goes rook d3, maybe hoping someday he can double on the d file. Gukesh brings his rook to d8 as well, and we have 1, 2 and 3 defenders here. Pawn to h3 played, and now the bishop comes back to e6. Pawn takes pawn, and you can take back with the pawn. Because trading pieces, I feel, is not in Black's favor when you have an isolated pawn. So you try to keep as many pieces as possible. Liem increases the pressure. He has now 4 attackers. I love this move, bishop f8, because now there will be no knight d5, knight e7 tricks. The bishop is well placed. Bishop goes to d2, trying to unleash an attack on the queen. Gukesh brings his queen back to a6. Another fantastic move, attacking the rook on d3 and rook d4. Maybe not the best move, but Liem has a deadly idea on mind. He wants to swing the rook over to h4, use his bishop and queen to launch a powerful attack. But I think Gukesh must accept the challenge. He goes bishop c5 after 1.5 minutes of thought, and that is the correct move. Rook goes to h4. And now, how does black continue? Knight c4, again a beautiful move, attacking b2 and d2. That's amazing move. And Liem chops off the pawn on d5. An amazing move. The point is, of course, that the c4 knight is hanging. So if you take back here, I'll take back, and then this is hanging. But Gukesh has an insane move. Bishop f2. Wow, what a move. The point is, after knight d2, he wants to give this knight d3 checks. Knight b2. The queen is attacked, and now knight d3 check is also coming in. A check to the black king. Gukesh is totally winning, but the position still remains complicated. He's a piece down. He looks at his opponent and now plays king to f8, an important move there. Queen goes to c2. Now knight d3 check is a must. It's a very important move here, and I'm pretty sure Gukesh finds it. Knight d3, king g1, and you can now take on c1. It's a very good move. He takes, king takes e7. That's also possible, maybe not the best, but now look at this king, a bit exposed, but Gukesh is a pawn up. He's doing well here. He could have taken on c1 and then taken on e7, but it's complicated here with some bishop g5, queen c7, rook h8 ideas in the air. Rook goes to b1 by Quang Liem. The best move now is queen a7 check, but first bishop b3 played. You can enter into the camp with queen c7 check here. Whew. Lot of pressure on both the players. Liem is back in the game. He gives a check, and the point is, if you take on b4, he wants to give check, but taking the bishop is the best move perhaps. No, he goes king e8, which is also fine. It's a good move. I think Quang Liem wants to go queen. He wants to go, king e8. Played here by Gukesh. Queen c7. He goes and he wants to checkmate here. That's his plan. It's a mate in one. And Gukesh goes rook d7. Queen comes back to c3. Take the bishop. Take the bishop. No, he goes queen b6 check. King h2. And now the problem is, if you take the bishop, there's this insane move e6. Just unleashing the chaos in this position this way. Let's see what Gukesh does. He has less than 30 seconds now. He takes the bishop. No, but Liem goes rook b4. It's also fine. Queen c7. And now rook 1 takes b3 is possible, but he goes queen e3, keeping the queens on the board. Now Gukesh moves in. Queen c2. Black king is in dangerous situation, but Gukesh is going for the attack on the white king. Don't want to trade the queens white here. And now rook goes to d8. Fantastic here, trying to get all the pieces in together. Rook c3. I don't know who's going to win here. It definitely seems like the black king is weaker, but Gukesh actually is better according to the engines. Finds the best move. Queen a2 with 16 seconds. Liem has just 20 seconds. He goes rook f3, trying to corner the white king, the black king there on e8. Rook d2 played, attacking the bishop. Check to the king. The queen has to come back. King f8 is fine. There's also rook d7 possible. He goes king f8. And now if queen f1, you are attacking f7 and also defending the g2 bishop. He finds it. But Gukesh has an amazing move. Takes on g2. If queen g2, rook d2 is coming. And what a victory here for Gukesh. Amazing play in a complicated position, I must say. In the end, the game could have gone either way. It was so complex, but Gukesh held on to his nerves and now moves to 4 out of 6. He's in third position behind Aronian and Caruana.